Hello there. Today we're going to be looking at the Flash Sprite importer and how to import the assets. So when you export sprites from Adobe Flash, it comes with a SpriteSheet file. So here, for example, we have, where is it? We have Kenny's opengameart.org, and this is some assets created in Flash, and it has an XML file. So with the Flash SpriteSheet importer, if we go Window, SpriteSheet Importer, we can drag the SpriteSheet into the texture here. When I drag the texture, it automatically tries to select the sheet. If not, you can just drag and assign the texture sheet. We currently support Starling or Sparrow, and we can import those sprites. And that means when I go to the sprite editor now, all of these sprites have now found the correct sprite and padding, which is really good. So that's what that does. We also have the animation exporter, and I'll show you how it works with exporting that in Flash as well. So let's go ahead and open Adobe Flash or Adobe Animate. We've got two movie clips here. I'll show you when we play. They play like that. We're going to want to be selecting these movie clips and exporting them and generating a sprite sheet. Here we have some options. So I think by default all this is unchecked. So we're going to want to export in Starling because we support Starling, which includes the pivot point. We also support Sparrow, but I would recommend Starling because it includes the pivot point information. When exporting from Flash, I think this is also 00, I would recommend, when importing into Unity, to prevent bleeding on the edges of your sprites, I'd recommend adding a border in between your shapes, just to spread them out a bit and prevent that pixel of the edge bleeding into your next sprite, and also adjusting the border as well. Trim and stack frames will trim the frames, so get rid of the white space and make it smaller, and that's going to help with compression. Stacking frames will prevent the same sprite being used twice if it's used in a movie clip. So all those options I'd recommend checking. Now we can go ahead and export our walking movie clips, and that should give us two files. So if we go back to Unity here, we've just generated this image format here and this texture atlas with all the information in. So if we go ahead and use our SpriteSheet importer, drag the image we want, it's selected the XML for us, we know it's Starling. We can now generate the animation and then create the game object, and that's just going to make us a game object in the scene. So it's going to not just import and slice all these images for us, but it's going to create the animation for us too. So if I've imported the sprites, we can now see we have a animation on the stage. This here has given us a generated movie clip controller, and that contains two animations here. We make a new folder here with our two animations in that's been generated, and these are just instances of those of the movie clips we've just generated. So if we hit play, our controller is only showing that first animation because we don't know. Can we show that? Yeah, we're just playing this animation here of this one walking shadow. But we can also go to the animator, right click and set as default, and then switch it to the other animation too. So all these animations are now available for you to tween and transition in between to and fro. And it should be a much smoother process of importing your animations from Flash into Unity. Alright, cool. Good luck and have fun.